Hi everybody, I'm trying a new thing today. I completely forgot that I have a Guitar Hero microphone, and we're doing that today to record the voiceover of this thing. Last time that I saw you guys was 5 months ago, and for a reason that's related to all this wonderful artwork that you're gonna see today. First things first, hi. I'm okay, but not really okay, because a lot of things happened, and I want to catch you guys up with that, with what happened, and also why I'm putting this speed paint, because these are commissions that a friend of mine and her mother so graciously commissioned to help me out, because my dad got sick with COVID, and he got sick in August, and he was hospitalized for a good portion of the winter, and I was hot mess. It was devastating. He's alive. He survived, thank God. But it was not a fun time, which is why I've also been kind of dead, because while all of that has been happening, I also switched jobs, so I have a set schedule for my job now, which is great, but also the transition from my previous job to the new job happened right when my dad got sick with COVID. So it was a very stressful time. It still kind of is now that he's recovering, because just this week, my mom caught COVID. She's vaccinated, fully boosted, so it's been mild for her case. Still a little terrifying given all the shit show that we went through with my dad. And the trauma is very real. So it is very real. But my friend Cassidy, who you see on screen that I'm currently drawing now, her and her mom were so gracious to me and such angels to just help me out with some emergency commissions because we needed to cover bills. And I reach out to friends and family, and also mostly friends and people that I know of, to just spread around my emergency commissions, because, well, all the stuff that was happening with my dad being in the hospital, trying not to die from COVID because he was not vaccinated, even though we asked him a lot of times to do it, for us, for his safety, for my mom. While he was in the hospital, I got into a car crash, and I totaled the car. Nothing happened to me, but the car is basically destroyed, and I had to cover for lawyer fees, because as you get into a car crash, obviously you gotta pay for the traffic accident and the ticket that the police give you. So most of the emergency commission money is going towards lawyer situation, and any other leftover money that I have from that is going towards paying bills. And most of you are thinking, why did you not do a GoFundMe? I don't trust GoFundMe, straight up. I heard the cut is bad. I don't trust that kind of sort of stuff. So, long story short, her mother reached out to me and she's like, hey, could you draw my daughter 3 different times? And Cassidy wants to help out because she really likes you, because we're good friends from college. So her mom reached out and she's like, hey, Cassidy wants to help out, I want to help out, so let me go ahead and commission you to do 3 drawings for me, 1 for her and 2 surprise ones, because they're getting engaged and I want to give them a Christmas present. You think you can make it? And I was just like, sure, yeah, I can. I think I should be able to, because she reached out back in September, October, give or take, somewhere in there. So I got all the details and I started working on it, chipping away at it, during me transitioning to a new job and being at home and just kind of crying about situations with what we were being told by my dad. So I made it through. So most of this commissions that you're seeing is going to be, my friend Cassidy with her current fiance, who I don't know when they're going to get married, but they will, because he already proposed. So yay for her. I'm so happy for you, Cassidy. If you are watching, hey, shout outs. It was super fun drawing this for you and Jack, and for your mom as well. Thank you so much for helping me out, because that money, it's lasted me quite a bit to just cover for lawyer fees and try to figure out some kind of budget for covering all the hospital bills. So yay. That's part of like why I've been so absent with like social media and stuff. It was a struggle. It was an emotional struggle trying to make work happen with like emergency commissions and stuff, because there's deadlines to be met, because people are paying for money for this. In the search drawing, like, you'll see my friend Cassidy holding a candle, and you saw the process, and I will talk about the process for a letter two eventually. Just give me a bit to just get caught up with everything. So as normal, now talking about the process, I usually start with a sketch. The sketch happens off screen, and I start to like do the line art while I record. And because now that I'm using Studio Paint, I can document every stroke and export that as a video, and I can compile all of that into the speed paint that you're watching now. Why, you may ask, instead of doing OBS like other people do? My Mac cannot handle it. This is like the best way that I have for quality, and also to not kill my Mac, because my MacBook Air does not have enough RAM to do all this. So if I do an upgrade, I might just build a streaming PC to just be like my art and stuff, and then just have the MacBook be my personal space to just use for everyday use, and have workspace to be work. But essentially, you'll see that I'll be doing most of the line work. And I had a lot of fun doing their hair this time around. His hair was different. He was curly, but it was different. It was fun. He has a lot of hair. Same with my friend Cassidy. Her hair is super long, super flowy, and it's like this wavy situation. So it was really enjoyable doing those strokes and getting the hair to look absolutely perfect. So, and then after I'm done with all the line art, just getting that stuff on paper, or in this case on the screen, I go into a gray tone and just cover all my area that needs to be covered for coloring later down the line. Clean it up a little bit on the edges, just so I know that I have everything kind of filled in. And I don't like to use the bucket tool, because most of my lines either are not fully connected, or it goes out of the line, and I still have to like go clean them up. So like it doesn't seem like something I want to do. So I just go ahead and like fill it in myself, and then go clean it up, because it feels more relaxing to me, and art has always been kind of like an escape for me. So this just kind of like lets me know like the stage of the process that I need to do for every drawing that I do. And it's just a trick that I learned in painting, where you gotta do gray tones first before you put in the oil paint on top with the colors. And I just like doing that. So we did that, and like I start swatching in my flat colors, and I put it basically really messy, just because it's easier for me to just clean up my edges as I go, instead of being meticulously really, really careful about doing it all in the first pass, because it's more tedious, and I feel like it saves me a little bit more time to just messily put on the wash of color and then clean up the edges and then go from there. So we did that. And now I'll be doing that layer by layer for each of the color families that I want to like focus on. So for right now, as you can see, I'm starting to like clean up the edges of the hair, and obviously they have two different color hair. So for Jack, he's like a darker brunette, and for Cassidy, for this span of time when she took these pictures, she had her hair dyed. So she had like this like red haired burgundy type of situation was fun to like color and do, like just getting the base color there and then work with the highlights and just get her hair to be absolutely gorgeous. And not gonna lie, I really like how I do my hair, just how I render it, so it was fun doing one of these. And knowing that like they just recently got engaged while this commission was happening, it was really nice to just like see them, you know, be cute together, because like not gonna lie, they're kind of cute. Like they're cute together. You can totally tell that they're like super in love with each other and that they care about each other, which is the most important thing, and like they enjoy each other's company, and I hope the best for them, like I genuinely do. Especially because Cassidy has been a really good friend of mine, and even though we don't see each other a lot, she's always like, oh hey, I miss you, like how are you doing, good friend, you know. She's like super super sweet. She's an absolute angel, and her mom totally an angel as well. I don't know Jack, you know, like super close, because he's not someone I met. I only like talked to him like once or twice, but you know, like I trust that he's gonna take care of my girl. Like I trust him. And like they printed out the commissions on canvas because they wanted like a physical thing, so I just provided like the pictures and they got it all set up. And for the most part, from what I hear back from their mom, they really liked the way that it came out. So they're a cute couple. So again, with this one, they're a little bit, they're posting more for their pictures and whatever, and this one's a little bit different. So all of them are in different formats, but they all came out gorgeous because I was like factory line working on it. So I will like work on one piece for a little bit and get like all the hair to be consistent, and I'll just jump around between all three of them for the most part, and then go along like that. So it took a little bit longer than expected, but I still managed to get it done before the end of the year and before of Christmas. But there was just a lot of stuff going on my plate to just take care of all these commissions, and I still have one more commission to like finish, but I can't really like show you guys or talk about it because it's kind of like a little secret, because my professor asked me to keep it a secret. But I still have one more commission to like get through. But for this other client, she's a close friend of mine as well. Well, she's a friend of mine. Like we know each other, but things happen and we're kind of like distant. But she still wants to help out. But I digress. I still have to contact her to see, you know, like the details of the commission, because it's been a long time and it's just really really tough to just like do all of this while handling a full-time 40-hour work week job, and keeping track of things that are going on with my dad, and you know, dealing with now my mom that is sick but she's fine now, and then dealing with all this forced responsibility to like be an adult with bills and everything else, because I'm only 23, and it's been tough trying to like get all of my bases covered and then have a little bit of room to breathe, because we've been in such a high stress situation for so long. So that's kind of like the reason why I've been super quiet, and I only posted some things on my social media. If you want to go follow me, you can. If that's something that you feel like I've earned, that you want to see me whenever I appear in a once in a blue moon, feel free. Things in the doobly-doo. Like, all my stuff is there. I'm trying to be more proactive at trying to take care of myself, but it's gonna take work. And doing all of this is gonna take more work to like keep a schedule of like juggling art and documenting the process outside of work, and still take care of all the things I need to take care of to be okay. And it's a lot that I think I just threw at you for like 14 minutes. But I feel like there are topics about this that I want to talk about in my space of the internet, which is my YouTube channel, where you can see some art that I've done, some pieces about it, and then you know, maybe have a little bit more time for me to just decompress and put thoughts on a video. It could potentially get me in hot water, but you know what? Like, it's fine. Because ultimately, this is my opinion, this is my experience. I don't want to offend anybody. Of course, it's not a thing that I want to do. But there is stuff that I feel like it helps me to just like process verbally. Because I sometimes need that space. And I want my YouTube channel to be a reflection of that. Plus, the work that I do to like bring myself into focus. So art kind of means a lot of things to me. An escape, it means to just like put thoughts on paper, get stuff done, and if people like what they see, great. If they don't, that's great too. There's plenty of other artists out there that are amazing and far better than I am. So, you know, just find the things that you like. Regardless, thank you again so much, Debbie and Cassidy, for helping me out with this trying times. And I had a lot of fun working on this, and I'm really glad that you guys were able to enjoy the product that I was able to make for you. I'm glad that you guys are getting engaged. Congrats. Let me know whenever the wedding happens. I'll be there. I'll definitely be there. But yeah, it's been tough. It's a lot of stuff to like process all at once, and I'm sure that I'm gonna like elaborate with like the upcoming videos, because I have quite a bit of like YouTube videos that I need to do, because there's a lot of more speed paints in the back burner and stuff that I want to show you guys. I just haven't had time to like sit down and like actually get it together for you guys to see. So eventually that's gonna happen. If you guys want to support me or do anything else in regarding to like interacting with me, their stuff is like down in the description below. Like, links are there. If you want to hit me up, that's fine. If you don't, that's also fine. Regardless, I'm out of time. I'll see you guys next time, and I hope I get to chat with you sometime soon.